Hello friends, I'm here to give you guys a step-by-step on how to apply your makeup for flawless full coverage. So the first thing that you want to do after you apply your skincare is apply your Touch and Hold setting spray. You want to spray it all over your face and let it dry. Once the setting spray's dried, then I like to go in with the mattifying face primer, and I use about that much. I'll dot it around my face and then blend it in, and I'll let it sit on my skin for like 3 to 5 minutes. You want to let enough time go for your primer sitting on your skin because it's really going to allow it to seep into your fine lines and into your pores, which is really going to help your makeup to look even softer, more flawless, more perfect, especially if you have large pores or a lot of fine lines. And after you apply your primer, I like to do another layer of the setting spray all over. And that really helps to set the primer. So we're using the first setting spray that we did to set our skin, mattifying face primer to fill in any creases, fine lines, and then setting spray to seal the primer and set that. So now we're ready for foundation after this dries. After your primer and your setting spray fully dried, we're gonna go in with the Serum Plus foundation from Unique. This is in the shade Eyelit. You're gonna wanna make sure you shake up the bottle for at least 30 seconds. It just increases the coverage and the consistency. You're gonna pop the bottle and we're gonna apply it on top of the Unique Kabuki brush, which is my favorite way to apply it. So you're gonna do about that much on top, a few drops, and then this will be enough coverage to cover your entire face. What's really awesome about this foundation, it has flower extract, also has sodium hyaluronic acid in it, which is gonna help to retain the moisture in your skin, helps to plump up your skin, hydrate and heal as it applies. This is the best case scenario for foundation because this is like a skincare and foundation all in one, and it has a full coverage without feeling cakey, feeling too heavy, and applies like a dream. Has a 12-hour hold without being transferred to everything, so it has that transfer resistant claim on it, and it is so easy to wear and apply all day long for all day touch proof wear. Once I apply it with the Kabuki brush, I like to go in with just a little bit more on top of each cheek. I'll do like one little drop on each side, and then I'll take my damp blending bud, also from Unique, and I'll go ahead and apply this. The reason that I like to follow this step up after the Kabuki brush, this really compresses the makeup down into place, making it look even smoother. So if you have a lot of large pores or fine lines or wrinkles, this is a really good tool to be able to go in afterwards and just smooth everything out. It also helps to make the makeup look even softer and has a better wear all day long, especially if you have to wear a mask or anything like that. And we are using them damp, so you want to wring them underneath the water, squeeze them until no water falls from them, then they're ready to use, and always make sure to blend down the neck so everything matches really well. And then we'll go in with concealer. After foundation, you'll want to go in with your concealer. We're going to use it in the shade Organza. I still like to apply in the upside down triangle shape despite other people recommending just the 2 dots. I'll show you that look on this side. Then you're going to take the smaller blending bud and then blend this in. This concealer is amazing because it has caffeine and peptides in it. So not only is it super healing for dark circles and fine lines, but it also gives you a really nice firming effect on your under eye, which is really great, especially if you have a lot of loss of elasticity around your eye. This will help to give you that firmness back. And it also is so perfect for brightening underneath the eyes. So the other method that you can use to apply your concealer is one little dot here, one little dot here, and then we're gonna blend down and around. This way to apply your concealer is even better if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, because you're kind of using less product and you're applying it downward, which is really gonna help with elongating your under eye, which is also a really easy way to kind of bring up the under eye area if you have sunken in under eyes. I like to take it up and over the nose and on the eyelid, which acts kind of like eye primer, just like that. Now after concealer, I like to set my makeup because I have oily prone skin. I like to take a beauty blender. This one's from Real Techniques and get it at Walmart with the setting spray. Spritz your blending bud with the setting spray, and now we're going to go in with the Touch Behold translucent setting powder. Like I said, this is the best powder for baking, which is essentially just using a lot of the product. So you're just going to grab some on your sponge and then apply wherever you get really oily, shiny, greasy, or if you experience a lot of transferring. This is also a really good product for that. Also helps to minimize the appearance of pores and blemishes. So it's a really good product for that too. It's really good for humidity, or if you work in a kitchen or any circumstance where you find that your makeup looks like it's melting off. This is a good product for that because it absorbs that natural oil and traps it instead of letting it make your makeup look shiny or greasy. So now we're going to take a fan brush and sweep away any of the excess. Now you can use the Prime to Set powder, which is a good product to use if you have more dry prone skin, or you can totally skip this step and go in with our next product, which is the pressed powder. So the pressed powder not only applies a little bit more coverage and evens out your skin tone, but it also is going to set your makeup too. I like applying it with a big giant kabuki brush, and we're going to use it in the shade Taffeta for me today. I love layering the different color foundations because not only does it even out to your skin tone, because we're not all like the same perfect color in one foundation or one concealer. Sometimes we need a combination of colors to really even out to our skin tone. So applying just a really nice layer of your pressed powder over top of your foundation not only is going to make your skin look softer, but it also is going to help to even it all out. The pressed powder from Younique is the best because it has shea butter and vitamin E infused in it. So it's going to be extremely hydrating, non-cakey, non-powdery, and especially if you're applying it with a big giant kabuki brush, you're really going to love the end result. So if you want to be color matched for any of these products that you've seen so far, make sure in the comments down below you comment color match. That way I can private message you and we'll get you fully set up with your makeup. Now that our coverage is fully done, now I'm going to show you my favorite way to contour. We're going to use the Beachfront bronzer and the tapered blusher brush. All the products that I've shared so far are all from the company called Younique, and you can buy them all on my website, which is rayahope.com. Click Shop Beauty. So you're going to take your bronzer. I like to tap it around both sides, swirl into the cap of the bronzer. You can even tap some off to lessen the amount. You're going to start at the top of the ear and work to the corner of the mouth. Taking this horizontally, you're just going to swipe it back and forth. You want to stop about 2 finger lengths away from the mouth and 2 finger lengths away from the jawline, so it really sits really nicely in that hollow. So again, on this side, you're just going to sweep back and forth, and once you start to see a line form, stop. Turn your brush and swirl over that area, which will soften out those lines to make everything look really melted and natural. For contouring your forehead, again, really easy. You're going to take the same brush, the same product, and apply in the temples and work down to where your eyebrows stop. You can do a whole 3 and an E depending on what your preference is for contour. I personally like to stop at my brows. That's just my personal preference. Around the jawline, you're going to go from the bottom of the ear towards where you stopped where your contour. So just around this jawline. Wherever you put a contour is going to recede. Wherever you have something nothing at all or something really highlighted will pop forward, making your face look really thin and making your makeup match even better because you're giving some depth to those areas that otherwise will look a little washed out or bland. For blush, one of my favorite colors is the shade Surreal, and we're going to apply it on the setting powder brush. I like to tap this into the blush, tap it into the mirror to, again, lessen the amount of product that's on there. Smile, and you're just going to dust this onto the apple of the cheek, working up to the hairline and sticking closer to that bronzer. It's okay if they overlap because you want them to look layered and melted together. But this color is really pretty because it gives you a really gorgeous sheen to your skin, but also gives you that blush effect, but the shade is Surreal. Last product we're going to use on our face is the Touch a la Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly. I'm applying this with a Sephora 98 brush. And I like to apply this on the highest parts of the cheekbone, bridge and tip of the nose, and then the Cupid's bow. This is going to give you that really pretty dewy look without having to feel dewy. So it's perfect for if you have oily prone skin. For brows, I'm going to do the Brow Sculpting Pencil in the shade Brown. And I like to follow the natural shape and direction of my brows. So I'll start here in the front and etch a very little line up towards the arch, and then same thing on the top. Up towards the arch. Once we get to the arch, then we're going to go through the tail of the brow. And then once we have kind of the general shape of our brow, we're going to go from the tear duct straight up. And that's kind of where you can cap off the brow. We're using a very, very light hand when applying this because you don't want to press too hard because that's when you start getting that like stamped on look. Once you have the general outline, then I like to follow the natural hair direction and then color in. What's really awesome about this product is not only does it have argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, so it's actually helping your brow hair to grow while you're wearing it, but it also has this little brush here that is perfect for blending out that color because there's a gel-like texture to the pencil, which is really great for helping to lay the brow hair down into place, but also helps for a really nice natural full look to your brows. So really big difference. Also gives the illusion that there's much more room for your brows. For eyeshadow in this area, and it also elevates the whole side of your face when you really apply it. So doing your brows, even if you're not into that, really does elevate the whole makeup look. After brows, I like to do my eyeliner in the shade Perfect. This eyeliner is my favorite one. It's only like $16, and it doesn't smudge or smear or give you raccoon eyes. Stays right where you put it, and it's really, really creamy. I like to apply this on the water lines, which is the line right behind your eyelashes on the top and the bottom. I'll place it here on my water line until I feel it, and then you blink onto it and move your hand forward. That's how you can apply it easily. For eyeshadow, we're gonna do the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Overt today. I love these liquid eyeshadows because of how simple they are to use. We're gonna apply with the fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna tap it onto that color, and then we're going to simply close our eye and very light-handedly begin to tap into the crease color, into the crease area. And once you start to see the overall color, take a little napkin, wipe off some of that excess, and then start working in little circles, and this will help to blend it out really easily. I also like to pull it down onto the eyelid for a really nice, kind of like a smoky eye without all the effort. So we're going to start to begin to work this into the crease in the brow bone, working in little tiny circles. And like I had started to say, this is one of my favorite products for eyes because it doesn't smudge, it doesn't smear. It is transfer proof and crease proof. It's perfect if you have a lot of fine lines or wrinkles on your eyes. It's very pigmented without being overly, and really, really easy to learn to use. So you're just going to apply just like that. And once you begin to see the blending, it sets really nicely. We are going to take a liner brush next, and again, just using right from the applicator, we're going to underline just like this. And this is a really good trick if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles on your under eyes, because this isn't going to accentuate those, almost hides them. And because the liquid eyeshadow is transfer proof and crease proof, it's perfect for putting underneath the eye. Once I've completed my eyeshadow, I like to set my makeup at this point using the Touch Bold setting spray once again. So why I like using this before I finish my makeup is instead of applying this after you finish your mascara, just make your mascara more wet. So doing it this way is going to not only set your makeup, adding moisture into the foundation, which helps it to expand and look so much more natural and softer on the skin, also helps to prevent transferring too, but now we don't have to worry about our mascara being more wet after we're done. For lashes, I like to start with the lash primer. This is a really good product to use on your lashes because not only does it help with length, but it also really helps with hydration to your lashes, which is really good for them to help them to grow. So I like to go from the base lash all the way up on both sides, just on the bottom. And then I like to immediately go in with the twisted mascara. So there's a couple different ways to apply with the twisted mascara. My favorite way is with the main wand, and you'll go from the base lash all the way up right over top of the primer. This one has really good bristles to the mascara, which is really good for separation and length, and it's very easy to use. It is non-transferable. It is so soft and gentle on the lashes. It's easy to remove with a shine cloth or a makeup remover wipe, and it gives you the best, longest lashes. Then I like to go in with the smaller wand that is also attached, and this is the perfect wand for reaching those harder to reach eyelashes and the bottom lash line. After I've done the twisted mascara, then I like to go in with the 4D mascara, which has the fibers infused in it, which gives you really good volume. Something else I did forget to mention about the twisted mascara is it also has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, so it's actually helping your lashes grow while you wear it. Now for lips, after applying any kind of nude lip liner, I like to go in with the lipstick, which is back in stock in the shade Well To Do. This is a super, super creamy, gorgeous lipstick shade that has a really pretty high gloss finish to it and a really wonderful 8 to 12 hour hold. And there is the finished makeup look. Make sure to comment down below and say color match if you need any help picking out your products, and make sure you subscribe.